Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Daly coming on for math today. We are working on money, so we are going to review our anchor chart I have set up to go over our coin values. I have my hundreds chart. I labeled it this time with my boxes around my quarters. The blue is for counting by fives and the green is counting by tens. So I have my hundreds chart ready. I have some money manipulatives. So we'll do some practice from yesterday, counting similar coins. Then we're going to move into counting up to $1 with some mixed coins. And then we'll move into counting up to $5 with mixed coins. And we'll look at the $1 bill and the $5 bill. So that's our plan for today. That's lots of things. So let's get started. Remember, we have 4 different coins, and then I have my dollar bill on my anchor chart. So our first coin is called, what's our first coin called? A penny. Very good. And how much is a penny? 1 cent. Very good. Penny's worth 1 cent. Next, we have our nickel. Very good. It's kind of hard to see the word, but it's a nickel. And how much is a nickel worth? 5 cents. Very good. On the bottom, we have a dime. How much is a dime? 10 cents. Very good. And then I have my big, large coin with George Washington and the bald eagle, and that is called a quarter. How much is a quarter? 25. Beautiful. And then, of course, we have our dollar bill, which is 100 cents or $1. So yesterday, we put our hundreds chart together, so you should have yours from yesterday, where we were practicing our skip counting using our hundreds chart, because sometimes I forget how to skip count. We also put our purple boxes around the numbers for when we count our quarters, because quarters we count by 25. So this is just to help you. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can count coins without one. It just makes it a little bit easier. So let's go over counting some coins together one more time that are the same, so we can practice our skip counting from yesterday. And then we'll look at our unique program and practice counting coins that are different to get to a number, okay? So I have in my hand 3 coins. What coin is this? What coin is this? Very good. I hear lots of people saying that they are nickels. It has Monticello and Thomas Jefferson. So a nickel is worth 5 cents, and I have 3 of them. Oops. So if I'm going to use my hundreds chart to count by fives, I'm looking at my columns that are blue. So I'm counting by fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. So I'm going to set my coins onto my hundreds chart to help me count. So I have 5, 10, and then I have one more would go down here on 15, okay? So I have 3 nickels if I count by fives, 5, 10, and 15. 15 cents, okay? Those are our nickels. Now remember, pennies are easy because pennies we just count by 1. So we're just counting how many we have. So here are my pennies. And if you look, how many pennies do I have? Good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 pennies means I have 4 cents. Very good. Okay, let's talk about our dimes. Dimes are worth how much? Very good. Dimes are worth 10 cents. So when I count by tens, I'm using my green column because they all end in 0. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so on. So I'm going to show you my dimes in my hand, and then we'll try putting them on our hundreds chart and seeing how much we have. So can you count how many dimes do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. 5 dimes. So let me see if I can make it so you can see my hundreds chart. So I'm going to place my dimes on my hundreds chart while we count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's all my dimes. My hand is empty. And I'm going to look what number is under the last coin I put down. So what number is that in the box? 50. Very good. So 5 dimes is 50 cents. All right, so that was practicing counting similar coins. Our last coin is a quarter. And remember, we can't really skip count when we're counting a quarter because they're 25 cents each. So we counted yesterday using our hundreds chart, and we put boxes around the numbers when we got to them. So this was 25 for 1 quarter. If we count out 25 more spaces, we get to 50 for 2 quarters, 75 for 3 quarters, and 100 or $1 for 4 quarters, okay? So let's go into our program and practice some coins. We're gonna mix some coins together now, okay? So our goal for this problem, it says, Chris is buying items at the party store. How much will it cost? Count the coins. So I have this pink marker because it's the only color I didn't use on my hundreds chart yet. So I'm going to circle my 55 on my hundreds chart, which is right here, because that's the number I want to get to, okay? So on your hundreds chart at home, you can do this. You can circle your 55. And then I'm going to decide which coins I want to use. So I'm going to click in the box to see what my choices are. And look, it gives me a picture of all 4 coins. So I can use any combination of coins to get to 55. So if I wanted to, I could take pennies and count and put 55 pennies, but that would take a really long time, right? We don't really want to do that. That's a lot of coins. So let's look at our nickels. If I was going to do nickels, I need to get to 55. So I'm using the blue, and I'm going to count until I get to 55 to see how many nickels I need. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. There's 55 counting by 5s. So how many squares did I touch before I got to 55? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I would need 11 nickels to get to 55. That's still a lot of coins, and I don't think I want to do that. That's a lot of coins. So let's talk about our dimes, okay? Dimes, we can only count to 10 by 10. So let's see how many dimes it would take to get close to 55. So I could go all the way down to 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dimes. But I still need to get to 55, which is in my blue. So I would need 5 more. What coin is 5? A nickel. Very good. So I would need 5 dimes and 1 nickel, which is 6 coins altogether, and that's still a lot of coins to deal with. So can we use our quarters to get closer to 55? Let's see. So quarters are by purple boxes, and this is 1 quarter at 25 and 2 quarters at 50, but I need 5 more to get to 55. So let's put our 2 quarters on. 1 and 2. Okay, so we got to 50, but I need 5 more. Which coin is worth 5? Which one is worth 5 cents? Very good, the nickel. So let's see if we got it right. And there's the ding, we did. So 55 cents is 2 quarters and 1 nickel. But there's lots of different ways that you could make that. You could do 55 pennies, you could do 5 dimes in a nickel, you could do 11 nickels. It just depends on what you decide and what money you have. So let's go to the next one, and we'll keep practicing our mixing our coins. Our goal is to use the least amount of coins that we have to, because that's less money we have to keep in our pocket, but it equals the same value, okay? So let's go to our next one. Our little man is running. Okay, so that's the one we just did. So here is the next one. How much will it cost? Count the coins. So here in my tag is how much money I need. So point to our tag and let's read this number together. 60 says 60 cents. Beautiful. So if I click in the box, again, I have all of my coins to choose from, right? So I could count how many pennies would I need to make 60 cents? Yeah, I need 60 pennies. Do you want to count to 60? Because Miss Daly doesn't want to count to 60. Yeah, that's not really a good choice, right? What about nickels? What if I wanted to do nickels? Let me erase my circle on my chart so that we can do the next one. I'm gonna try and do this without erasing what we already colored so that you can see. Okay, so we're looking for 60. I'm gonna circle that number. So 60 is down here. And if I were going to do nickels, I would have to count by fives, which is my blue, and I would have to get all the way down to 60. So how many nickels would I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 nickels. Still a lot of coins to deal with. So let's check dimes. What do we count by for dimes? What's a dime worth? 10 cents. Beautiful. And 60 has a 0 at the end, so I know that I could count by tens and get to 60. So let's see how many dimes we would need. We're trying to get here to the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I would need 6 dimes. I think that sounds like a pretty good choice. That's reasonable for how many to count. So we're going to count those together. We're going to count by tens for our dimes. Are we ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. And we got it right. It turned green and we heard a ding. So let's try another one. You guys are doing a great job. Okay, how much will it cost? Count the coins. So first I want you to point to the tag and let's read how much money we need. Very good, 35 cents, okay? So I'm gonna click in my box, and again, I have all my choices over here. Do you want to count 35 pennies? Me either, right? So I'm going to get my chart. Let me try and erase my pink line so that you can see my counting. So 35 has a 5 at the end, so I know that I could count by fives to get to 35. So I'm thinking that we should try nickels first. Thumbs up if you think that's a good choice, or thumbs down if you think you want to try a different coin. Thumbs up if you think we should use nickels, thumbs down if you think you want to try a different coin. Okay, I see lots of thumbs up. I think that's a good choice because our number we're looking for, it ends in a 5, 35. So I know I could count by fives, and a nickel is worth 5 cents. So I'm going to use my pink marker on my hundreds chart to circle number 35, which is here. Okay. And then I'm going to use my nickels and place them until I get to 35, counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, we got to 35. Let me make sure you can see that. Now, I got to 35 and I have all my nickels, so now I can take them off one at a time and count how many nickels I needed. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, I needed 7 nickels to get to 35. So let's count by fives our 7 nickels together until we get to 35. Are we ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, what happened? I got to 30, but there's no nickels left. I can't get any more nickels. So if I have a nickel and I need to get 5 cents for my nickel, because a nickel is worth 5 cents, what else could I use to get to 5? Well, a dime is worth how much? A dime is worth 10, and 10 is more than 5, so I know I can't use that one. How much is a quarter? Good, a quarter is 25, and 25 is more than 5, so I can't use that coin either. What about a penny? How much is a penny? A penny is worth 1 cent, so I could use pennies to get to 5. So on my hundreds chart, you can see that I'm trying to get here to the number 5. So I'm going to use my pennies and see how many it takes for me to get all the way to number 5, okay? Let me use my pink marker and circle it just to make sure that you know where I'm going to stop, okay? I'm trying to get from 1 all the way to 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, how many pennies did I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 5 pennies, because 5 is the number I needed, and every penny is worth 1. So I'm going to count over 5 pennies. Let's do it together. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there it goes. It turned green. So that means we have the right answer. You guys did a great job. I loved how you were using your hundreds chart at home to follow along. I loved how I could hear you counting. That's awesome. So let's try another one together. All right. So this one says, how much will it cost? Count the coins. So I want you to touch the little tag to tell me how much money we will need for this problem. Great job. I hear lots of people saying 85 cents. It'll cost 85 cents for this. I think it's tape maybe, or streamers, because they're having a party. They're at the party store. So for these streamers, these party accessories, it will cost 85 cents, okay? Let's see what my choices are for coins. So I have all the coins again. So here's my hundreds chart. I'm going to fix the screen so you can see, hopefully you can see most of it. And let's see if I can make it a tiny bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to circle the number 85. It's all the way down here at the bottom, okay? We need to get to 85. So 85 ends in a 5, so I could count by 5s. I could count by 5s using what coin? Very good, a nickel. But that would take a lot of nickels because I have to get all the way down to the bottom of the chart. So what could I use first? What's my biggest coin that I can count to high numbers with by themselves? Good. I heard lots of my friends saying quarters, right? So I could get some quarters to count up to bigger numbers. So let's try that first. So quarters are my purple boxes because we count by 25. So I have 1 quarter is 25. 2 quarters is 50. 3 quarters is 75. Okay. Now, if I got another quarter, I would be all the way down here on 100, and I don't want to go that far yet. So now that I am at 75, I could count by 5s to get to the rest of my number. So counting by 5s are my blue columns. So which coin do I need to count by 5s? Great job. I need some nickels, right? So I'm going to use my nickels to count by 5s to get to the rest of my number. So right now I'm at 75. After 75 comes 80. After 80 comes 85. Okay? So we got to 85. Let's see what coins we used. I have, 1 quarter, 2 quarters, and 3 quarters. Okay? And then I have 1 nickel and 2 nickels. All right, that was great counting, guys. So let's go back to our page together and see if we can do that on our program. So how many quarters did Miss Daly say she used? How many? Good job, 3. So let's count 3 quarters together. And we're going to say the boxes that are on our hundreds chart while we move them. So I have 25, 50, and 75, okay? And then I have 2 nickels, right? 2 nickels. Okay, so let's count by fives now. So we're at 75, 80, and 85. Great counting, guys. All right, let's see what we have next. We're not going to compare just yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. So we have moved up to bigger, larger numbers. So this one says, how much does it cost? Find the amount of money. And it says $3.10. So before we do that, I want to show you 2 bills that I have. So let me make myself a little bit bigger so you can see. So we talked yesterday about the dollar bill. Here is my dollar bill. It's worth 100 cents or $1. It has George Washington on the front, and then it has our eagle and this pyramid with the eyeball on it on the back. And it says 1 because it's worth $1. All right. Another bill that I want to show you is this one. Now this bill has Thomas Jefferson and it has the Monticello on it. Or no, sorry, this is Abraham Lincoln. This is Abraham Lincoln and this is his memorial, okay? So, which coin do we have that has Abraham Lincoln on it? The penny. The penny has Abraham Lincoln on it too, right? But this coin, or this bill, is not worth 1. How much is this bill worth? 5. Yeah, this is a $5 bill. So it takes 5 $1 bills to make 1 $5 bill. So let's see how many dollar bills Miss Daly has. Let's count together. So I'm trying to get to 5. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So it takes 5 $1 bills to make 1 $5 bill. These are the same value. Okay. So let's go back into our unique screen. And we are going to try and add up some money. So now you can see I have all these coins, but I also have a bill on the bottom. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better because it's kind of far away. Oops. Miss Daly's not very good at doing that. Okay. So you can see, which bill is this? It has George Washington on it, and it has the word 1. Yeah, this is my $1 bill, okay? It's worth 100 cents. So we are going to practice some adding up of money using bills and coins because I think you guys can handle that, right? We've done a lot of practicing with counting, and we have our hundreds chart to help us. So the very first thing I do when I have money over $1 is I look at which part is the dollars. So on here, on the tag, you can see the $sign, the number 3, a decimal, and then 0.10. So first, I'm going to look at my number that is by the $sign because that tells me how many dollars I need, how many bills, okay? So how many dollars do I need? Very good, 3. So let's count $3 together. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Good counting. Okay, so now that I've done that, let me move it back over. Oops. Okay, so first I counted how many dollars I need. Next, I need to count how many coins I need. Now, the coins are going to be on this side of the decimal point, okay? This little dot is called a decimal point, and the coins are on this side. So how much value of coins do I need? Good, I need 10 cents, okay? Which coin do we have that's worth 10 cents? Very good, a dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. So whoops, excuse me. I can move this over and find my dime. With your finger, I want you to touch the dime. Good job. So I can move that over, and we got a green box with a ding, so we know we have $3.10. Great job. All right, let's try another one together. Here we go. So this says, how much does it cost? Find the amount of money. So first we're going to read our tag. So I want you to touch the tag and help me read the number. So we read the part that's on this side, the dollars first, and then the part after our decimal point, we read second. So this says $2.75. Okay. When we see this little dot, we say the word and. So $2.75. Okay. So what are we going to do first? We always do our dollars first, okay? How many dollars do I need? Great job. I need 2. So let's count 2 together. Ready? 1 and 2. Beautiful counting. Okay. So next we are going to do our cents, okay? Our coins. How much do I have for coins? 75 cents. And that number is really familiar to me because I feel like that's one of our special numbers on our hundreds chart. So let's check our hundreds chart. Let me erase the last one we did. I forgot to erase it before we started working again. So 75 seems like one of our important numbers that we have boxed in. Let's look and see. Do you see 75 with your finger? Yeah, good job. Here it is, and it's boxed in. And what do my numbers that are boxed in represent? Quarters. Very good. So let's use our quarters on our hundreds chart and figure out how many we need to get to 75, okay? 75. So I know I need 1 for 25, 1 for 50, and 1 for 75. So how many quarters did I need altogether? 1, 2, and 3. I needed 3 quarters to get to 75. Great job. So let's click in our box and move our 3 quarters over, and we'll count as we move them to get to 75 by 25. Ready? 25, 50, 75. And we got the green light. Great job, you guys. All right, let's try one more together, and then we'll end for the day. Here we have $4.55. $4.55. So I'm going to look at my tag first. And do I do my dollar bills first, or do I do my change for my coins first? I do my dollar bills. Good. So how many dollar bills do I need? 4. Very good. So let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great counting. Okay, so then it says I need how many cents? How many coins? What value of coins? 55 cents. Beautiful. So on my hundreds chart that I will fix so you can see, hopefully, I am going to circle 55 because that's what I'm trying to get to. Okay. And I can do this a couple different ways. So I'm going to show you both ways, and we'll talk about which one's a little bit easier. So I could count by what number to get there because it's in the blue. Good. I could count by 5s. What coin do I use when I count by 5s? A nickel. Beautiful. So I could go all the way down and count by 5. So let's do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, oops, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay. So I could use all these nickels and get to 55, but that's a lot of coins, right? What other coin can I use for the green boxes? Yeah, I could use a 10, right? I could count by 10s, and counting by 10s is what coin? A dime. Good. So 2 nickels together, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So I could take these 2 nickels and turn them into 1 dime. So I'm going to put a dime there. I'm going to take, oops, sorry. I'm going to take these 2 nickels, put them to the side, and change it for a dime. I'm going to take the next 2 nickels, put them together, and change that for a dime. Next 2 nickels, put them together, change those for a dime. And next 2 nickels, put those together and change those for a dime. Okay, so now I have a lot less coins to deal with, right? So let's count how many dimes I needed. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then I'm in the blue box, so I count by 5s. 55. Great counting. So let's see how many dimes we needed. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 dimes and 1 nickel. So let's add that to our picture. Are we ready? 5 dimes. So let's count by 10s. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then how many nickels do we need? 1. Very good. Great job, you guys. All right. We did a lot today. We did some review of our coins. We practiced skip counting. We used our hundreds chart. We mixed some coins together. We got all the way to $1 and a $5 bill. That was a lot of work. I want you guys to take a minute and give yourselves a pat on the back, kiss your brain. Lots of work. So Miss Daly had lots of fun doing money with you. Tomorrow we'll review some more and we might try and get all the way to $10 counting using our hundreds chart. I will put the link on here for parents to see some money games, some skip counting videos, and a link where you can get a hundreds chart just in case you need one. And if you need anything else, you know how to get me. See you later. Bye.